everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Amarina.
And I'm Ron.
We're from Favorite Human. And we are in Birmingham, Alabama. We just drove 3.5 hours to get here.
It was a pretty nice drive through a lot of rain, and now it's just sunny and hot.
And we're dancing to some slow jams, a little saxophone.
Little courtyard slow jam in the BJCC in Birmingham Convention Center.
Yeah, there's 0 signs. There's a lot of buildings. We don't know where we're going. Some nice folk directed us in this direction. So we're gonna
I think he actually said yonder.
He did. Everyone's so nice.
Yeah, it's really great. So
we're gonna go check it out.
We're gonna go check out some tiny homes, guys.
Yeah.
Join us.
This adorable tiny house by
Tiny by
Design. Nicest kitchen I have ever seen in a tiny house. We still have more to look at, but it was so
nice little details. Look at that, like scalloped siding there.
It was really cute.
Very cool. Very cool.
I wasn't actually sure if we could, for real, live in a tiny home. It was definitely an option,
here,
but
yeah.
After seeing some of these places that we still haven't seen all of them, it looks
doable.
Like more and more doable. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see more. Okay, this one was a beast. 400 square feet. It has this porch. Wraparound porch. One of the biggest, it was like a traditional bedroom, like a full, regular bedroom. It looks like the biggest, you can see how far it goes. It's just what? Not so tiny. Still on a trailer.
Yeah, I think it was under 50 grand.
Yeah.
To have it custom to whatever, which is not that bad.
Not that bad.
It was beautiful inside. I still think I would want to build it.
Yeah, we're still very much of the let's build this thing.
But inspo.
We have just perused all the delightful creations of the Tiny House Roadshow here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Sweaty Birmingham. Birmingham.
Lightly raining.
It's misting. Sunset,
thankfully.
It's also misting.
Yeah. And huge success as road trip. Learned a lot of things.
Yeah, we have mittfuls of brochures.
We have cards. We met some cool tiny house people, and let's go through our findings.
Yes.
Shall we?
Oh, once again, list. So, we should say that we had never actually been in a tiny house before. So, even though it's something that seems like it's very likely in our future, some sort of
not traditional home.
Yes.
Smaller than the huge.
Yeah, and we even wrote a blog post about it on our Favorite Human blog that I can link below, and Ron illustrated it about our future tiny home options. And
this was the first time IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've watched enough YouTube videos to feel like we've been inside one, but this was the first time to actually,
physically
kick the tires and see the bathroom options and all sorts of fun stuff.
God, am I gonna get a tick from sitting under this tree? So
All right.
we moved.
Switch spots.
Good.
We're afraid of ticks falling from the tree. Lyme
Anything.
disease or any other tick-related
I
maladies.
got bit by a tick like
Yeah, you
2
did.
weeks ago,
And that's why
and
we
it's
moved.
freaking me out. And now I have this like heightened tick fear that lives forever
It
within.
is valid.
What were your first impressions?
My first impressions, our very first impression of it, we kind of started at one of the, we're not going to name names, so we started at one of the maybe shoddiest tiny homes at the convention.
It was
So
a mess.
There was a moment of like, oh, is this what we're in for? But then it actually got progressively better.
Each one was nicer.
Each one was nicer
than the one before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing so many options all at once. Like it might
Yeah.
overwhelm some people, but I was like, show me everything.
We were thirsting for it.
Yeah, I want to see it all, and I think we were able to kind of gather our opinions after doing so much research online. We were able to gather our opinions like IRL.
Yeah.
Rather quickly, just being like, okay, this is what this actually looks like. This is the quality of this. This is what this material looks like.
Yeah.
When I touch it, like
Yeah.
when I knock on it with my hand. So the impressions that we got just from looking at all the tiny houses about what we would, just imagining what we would do if we were to build one, which we're still,
Yeah.
I'm still leaning towards the geodesic dome as future home.
Yeah.
I know you are
Yeah.
as well.
But I feel like there was a lot of stuff that we saw today that we could totally apply to that as well. So it really doesn't matter which way we go. It was all good data.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
gather.
definitely. Like we got to see the Nature's Way compost like in person, and I tried to find how much it was online, and just we were able to talk to somebody in person, and it's about $1,000 all in, which is not bad.
Yeah. And we did see a lot of, like, they seem to, at these conventions, which we will have to like keep our eye out for them, they do give a lot of like discount deals at the convention,
Yeah.
where there'll be like the show price, which is nice to know.
Okay, first two things off the list. Wet room bathroom would be dope. Composting toilet, not so bad.
Not as scary in reality as
Yeah.
it might seem. Yeah.
Number 3, 0% chance of us putting a ladder in our tiny home.
Ladders are verboten.
They had all these like fancy ones with like cool, the like antiqued pipe look,
Yeah.
which is very
Yeah.
haughty now, and
Not
it looked strong.
strong, but it doesn't take into consideration our
Clumsiness.
clumsy nature.
And
where
I want the cats to be able to get up and be able to sleep with us and get down safely.
Yeah, yes. Which I think we'll build them some sort of tunnel regardless.
Yes. Yes. I just, I feel like, can you imagine if you hurt your leg or something? And
Yeah,
then you'd
it's
have
not-
to go up that fucking ladder, like up and down. And
It's
no.
very quaint, but not
I
so
get-
good in practice.
Yeah, it saves a ton of space. I totally get why people do it, but I don't think it's the right
They
choice
actually
for
had
us.
one that was like a fake tree trunk that had like prong footing, like to climb
Which was
up.
so cute.
Very cute, not so practical.
I'd rather die than use that.
Yeah.
I'd rather die. If you gotta do the stairs, you have to do them smart and create like storage underneath.
Yeah, the stairs actually are way more useful.
Ladders,
No ladders.
fuck it.
Be gone. I really like
It's that way.
Yeah, right through there.
Yeah, no problem. We also got lost and some nice people helped us.
This place is huge.
Last, I just had a thought and now I forgot what it was.
Steel frames?
Steel frames.
So yeah, this is it Volstruct? I believe was the name.
Construct.
What they were doing is check it out. So traditionally with a wood framing, it would take about a week to go through the whole process, but with this framing system, the stainless steel, it was about 8 hours, which is, if you're trying to do something quickly. I saw it was a like tricycle Segway.
It was a tricycle Segway. I've never seen that before.
Just
bootin'.
How can we maintain a focus with
always crazy shit happening.
Nonsense happening.
Our final impression of the day was that we wouldn't buy, like a prefab tiny home. It's really expensive anywhere.
Yeah.
Like $50,000 to $100,000 and beyond, depending on what you want to put in it and where, all your custom decisions. But I'm super into the steel because, in addition to it being 60% lighter than wood, it's recyclable.
Yeah.
Forever. There's no VOCs. It's not going to leach chemicals. It seems super fucking strong.
Yeah.
And they come in the kits, which is what I feel like we would probably do.
We really lean towards that, because then we can do everything else. We can do the outside, all of that stuff. We really feel confident that we can do or learn.
Yeah, we could figure out how to, put up
together.
Siding and drywall and all that shit. Even plumbing, I think we could figure out.
It's nice to know that's the foundation would be something that is vetted by a third party that knows more than we do.
Yeah, and we can build it ourselves. All in all, a really good day. I learned a lot.
Really exciting.
It was worth the drive.
It was absolutely worth the drive. And the drive was beautiful.
Yeah, the drive was beautiful. And it was a solid 3.5 hours each way. But we were listening to podcasts, and I made a little mix. We were listening to Janet Jackson on the way up. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We had a blast here at the Tiny House Roadshow in Birmingham, Alabama. Check it out. There's more dates. We can put a link to their schedule and stuff underneath. If you're into our videos, I hope you are. Subscribe below, or here or somewhere.
It'll be around here.
And
check out the blog. We'll do more posts. We'll do more videos.
Yeah, I don't know what's next, but we'll figure out something
next.
Yeah.
And comment if you have any questions, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, it's worth it. Check out the Tiny House Roadshow. It's worth it.
Tiny houses blowing up.
Bye, guys.